Hello everyone, it's Old Head coming back at you again with another video. You know, I've been seeing all these trade rumors. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook, they're everywhere. And one specific trade proposal kind of caught my eye. It was on Bleacher Report. And so I want to sim that proposed trade offer. And it was Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook, along with 2 first-round picks to the Nets for Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. And, to me, when I read that, I thought, no way. I mean, that just wouldn't work. Now, if you're the Lakers, you do that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. But if you're the Nets, why would you make that trade? I get it. Durant wants out. I get it. Irving wants out. But look at what you're getting back. I love Anthony Davis. I'm a big Kentucky basketball fan. I've liked him, since he played at Kentucky. But let's be honest, he's been having trouble staying healthy. And then you're getting Russell Westbrook, a guy who, for years has been one of the most dynamic guards that the NBA's ever seen, frankly. The guy is unbelievable with the triple doubles and everything. But he's fallen off a little bit, and he's really struggling to shoot the ball. I mean, I think that was a key factor, for the Lakers last year. And so now you're going to take that guy and put him on a team with Ben Simmons, who we know, even if he plays, and that's a big if, he struggles to shoot the ball. They're going to get to the rim. They can do that. That's not a problem. But, I just don't see it. But I think that's why we sim it and we see how it goes. So what I've done, I've already made the trade. I sent 2 first-round picks from the Lakers for a second, from Brooklyn. The other thing that I really thought about was the picks you're getting back if you're Brooklyn. How good are those picks really going to be? Because think of a lineup, and we're going to see it, obviously, because we're going to sim it, but think of the lineup with Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant. I don't care, you can put Mo, Larry, Curly, whoever you want alongside those 3 dudes, and they're going to win a bunch of games. So unless I'm wrong, those picks that you're getting back over the next few years, they're not going to be valuable. You're not getting a Paolo Banchero. You're not getting a Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama, whatever his name is. No disrespect to him. I hear he's really, really good. I just have trouble pronouncing his last name. So let's get into it. I've got control of the Lakers, but I've pretty much put everything on autopilot because I don't, I want to see what both teams do, including drafts, and we'll go, 2 or 3 years, however long, and just kind of see how things work. Lakers get blown out first game by the Golden State Warriors. Durant, Irving, James, and Clay and Curry just beat the you-know-what out of them. Could the Lakers struggle a little bit on defense? I think that's a real possibility. They're also kind of rocking with Kendrick Nunn, Reeves, Bryant, Lonnie Walker IV. These are not bad guys, Juan Toscano, THT, but again, the big 3 to me, and maybe they just need time to gel. I think you see that a lot of times when you're simming. Teams just need time to gel. All right, they win the second game. Irving's got 34. Durant, James scores 14 points. He does have a triple-double. There's only one basketball to go around. That's the other thing. So let's sim to the trade deadline. And then I want to take a deep look at both teams and just kind of see where they're at standing wise, what everybody's doing. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, so we've stopped right before the trade deadline, and I'm not going to make any trades, but it just seemed like a good place to stop. Quite frankly, I'm amazed. I'm shocked. I'm discombobulated. Look up at the top right. This team is power rank is 19th. They are not even close to the playoffs right now. They're 13th in their own conference, in the Western Conference. I don't know what's going on. I haven't looked yet, so let's do it together. I just can't. I can't believe it. Durant is averaging 22. Irving's averaging 22. LeBron James averaging 19 and 7 assists. Kendrick Nunn, Austin Reeves. The one thing I did notice is that their center play is rough. Not horrible, but Thomas Bryant and Damian Jones, they don't have great center play. And they're starting Austin Reeves at shooting guard. So it looked to me like Kendrick Nunn is coming off the bench. This is something else. So let's go look at the Nets. Anthony Davis is averaging 19 and 10. You got TJ Warren is there, Seth Curry, Eric Gordon. Westbrook, 14, 6 and 7. Okay, not bad. He's down to an 81. They're actually ahead of the Lakers in the power rank by 3 spots. Now they're also the exact same 13th in their conference, in the Eastern Conference. So never in a million years would I have thought that. I know it's only the halfway point, and maybe one of the Lakers gel and they turned around. So let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and sim to the end, and let's see what they do. There is no way that this team with Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant misses the playoffs. No way, right? Let's find out. All right, we wrapped up the season. You can see it right up top right there. They jumped up in power rank, but actually lost ground in the conference. They finished 14th in the conference. No playoffs. Nikola Jokic wins another MVP. Cade. Montrezl Harrell, 6th man of the year. Giannis wins Defensive Player of the Year. Tyrese Maxey always wins Most Improved in almost every simulation that I do. I love that guy. I think he's going to be great. Obviously, the Golden State Warriors are pretty good. Steve Kerr is the coach of the year. So let's take a step back. Okay, LeBron made second team All-NBA. And that's it. That's it. No, Anthony Davis, I'm sorry, made third team. Did the Nets make the playoffs? Can't see because my head is in the way. Whoop. No, they did not. I didn't think they would. They're not even in the play-in. So we'll look at the stats, the standings. If the Nets had a better record than the Lakers, how shocking is that? Pretty darn shocking. All right. So we already know LA ended up second to last. They bested Oklahoma City by 5 games with that freaking lineup. I mean, 22 games back of the Timberwolves. The Golden State Warriors weren't even the best team. The Timberwolves were. Okay, so they were 35 and 47, and the Brooklyn Nets were 28 and 54. So they were better than the Nets, but man, if you're the Lakers and you pulled off that trade and that was the result at the end of the year, you're not happy. Now, we do have Darvin Ham as our coach, and just to let you know, we're running a balanced system, nothing, crazy. It seemed to fit the people pretty well. Not looking good for Darvin. Sorry, Darvin. I mean, I'm not trying to put anything on you, but in this simulation, you didn't do it. So let's go ahead and sim the playoffs. Let's see what everybody does in free agency. Golden State wins. Golden State wins a lot in the simulations that I do. They won in our last video. They beat us in the first year with the Celtics dynasty with Bill Russell. Chris Paul retires, Rudy Gay, Rajon Rondo, Kyle Lowry, Andre Iguodala. Chris Paul makes the Hall of Fame. I think that's a given. And only Chris and Kyle get their jerseys retired. Let's see what everybody does in progression. Okay. Kyrie got worse. Durant got worse. Oh, we got to re-sign. Oh, but I turned that off. So, hey, whatever they do, they do. That's up to the Lakers. That's how we're doing this. I'm not playing the GM role. I forgot. All right, let's just check out and see what happened. It could be a very strange turn of events here. So, he's gone. So, they bring in Durant and Irving. They finish second to last, and then they lose LeBron, which could happen in real life. The question is, where did he go? Well, let's look at the Nets first. They still have Anthony Davis, Ben Simmons. Westbrook is gone. Okay, it should be easy to find LeBron. There's LeBron. LeBron went to the San Antonio Spurs to play with Keldon Johnson, Jakob Poeltl, Sohan. I think that's how you say his name. Jeremy Sohan or Sochan? I don't know. I haven't seen him play enough. I didn't watch him in college. I do watch a lot of college basketball, but I didn't watch him. No, there he is. Sitting in free agency. He's a 77 overall, wanting $16 million. Okay. Come on, Russ. You're going to have to lower your expectations, or you're going to be spending the fall and winter, spring, summer at home. He's 34 years old. He probably still got something in the tank, but a 77 overall. So, already if we look at the trade, the Lakers didn't benefit at all in any way that I thought they would. I thought, they'd have the best record in the league. They would breeze through the playoffs. The big three would carry, the role players, and they would win the championship. I figured that the Nets would struggle. But, man, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. And then to lose LeBron on top of it. So we'll just simulate, a couple more years. I just kind of want to see how it plays out. It already is looking as though, it confirms what probably most of us thought, which is this makes no sense. Don't do this. All right, so I'll come back to you. All right, we're back. We're into February. And as you can see up top, the Lakers are the worst team in basketball. I get it. You lost LeBron. But you still have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. And you are 13-37. Mind you, I have injuries off. So it's not like somebody got injured in that first year or, in this year or anything like that. And if we look at the Nets are 19-30. So they are a better team right now than the Los Angeles Lakers. Who would have thunk it? The Lakers are just doo-doo brown. I mean, that is just all there is to it. They're garbage. I don't know how else to say it. I kind of want to look at the rosters real quick, and then we'll look at stats. Durant's a 96 overall. Irving's a 90. And I get it. You got a bunch of 70s here that are role players, but you have two studs. And to win 13 games through January of a season is mind-boggling to me. Davis is a 90. Simmons is an 87. They got a decent team. I see why, they're at where they're at. They're not great, but they got some good pieces. But the Lakers, I just feel like they should just be higher, in my opinion. I don't get it. All right, let's see what's going on in the way of stats. I have to feel like Kevin Durant should have some decent stats because he should be taking a bunch of shots, him and Kyrie. And they got 28 and 26. That makes sense. Let's look at the Nets. They're a little more balanced. You know, Davis 19, and he's not even averaging 8 rebounds a game. That doesn't seem very Anthony Davis like. But they're scoring, you know, they've got 6, 7 in double figures, and Day'Ron Sharpe is right there, very close. I don't know. Let's play it out. Let's play it out. I don't think either one of these teams is going to make the playoffs. I think, you know, we've already seen through this video how this trade has gone, at least from a 2K perspective. But I'll be back with you. Okay, finished up that season, second season. You can see the Lakers are still dead last. They are just god awful. And, you know, I was thinking as it was simming through, you know, what's a Kevin Durant like on the worst team in the league? I mean, the guy's a winner, and I just can't imagine, you know, what he would be going through and thinking, man, I got traded to this team. We stink. We can't even make the playoffs. Nikola wins another MVP. Colin Sexton, 6th man of the year. Chet Holmgren, defensive player of the year. And in a lot of the simulations I've done, Chet Holmgren, even in the Bill Russell, the first simulation, Chet Holmgren wins a slew of defensive player of the year awards. So that seems pretty common. James Wiseman, most improved. So Durant made second team, and Ben Simmons made third team. So no Kyrie Irving, no Anthony Davis. And did I see LeBron? No LeBron. We'll check out his stats. So Kevin Durant, 28, Kyrie Irving, 26. And then, you know, you've got a big drop off. You know, Austin Reeves looks like played pretty good. Shot 47% from the field, averaged almost 14. Max Christie. And then, you know, it really drops off from there. Let's check out the Nets because they're close. Davis, Warren, Curry. I mean, just a bunch of guys. Oh, Day'Ron got into the double digits club. So that's eight dudes on this team averaged double digits. Okay. It's pretty good. I don't think it helped them standing wise because we'll look, but let's check out the Spurs. All right, LeBron's there, 23, 6 and 6. Little low for LeBron, but you know, he didn't have quite the cast of characters to work with that LeBron is used to having. Now the Spurs did get in the play-in as the 9 NBA standings. Okay, well, let's just see how bad they won. 19 games. The Los Angeles Lakers won 19 games, a winning percentage of 23%. I mean, they are by far the worst team in the entire league. Brooklyn won 33 games. They won 14 more games than the Lakers. Wow. But so far, really neither has benefited from the trade, right? Both teams are worse off than I think they would have been, at least from a 2K simulation standpoint. Tatum wins finals MVP, which is a very real possibility. The way they played this last year, I think they're going to make a run again. All right, anybody retire? LeBron retired. So he went to the Spurs for 1 year. Didn't play with Bronny because he would have had to stay a little bit longer. Went to the Spurs and was like, no. Dude is up to 70 total badges, though. That is a boatload of badges. Carmelo, Dwight Howard. Okay, those are the big three. Who do you think out of those three would make the Hall of Fame? LeBron for sure, right? I think Dwight Howard makes it, but I don't know about Carmelo. And that's how it shook out. Carmelo did not make the Hall of Fame. So we will sim one more season and just see. Well, let's take a look at the rosters first and see what happened in free agency, just kind of level set where everybody's at. But I think, you know, one more season ought to do it. this trade idea I thought would be in real life great for the Lakers, horrible for the Nets. In the world of 2K simulation, it seems to be terrible for both of them. Now, the Nets will have a couple of picks. Will they turn into anything? Maybe, maybe not. They might be higher than what I originally thought they might have been. So Durant's still a 94. Irving's an 88. And then from there, it's just a big drop off. I mean, you're in the next best player is a 74. So they've got, so much money tied up in these two guys that it's probably the reason that they couldn't sign LeBron. Although I think they could have. I don't know what happened there. And then if we look at the Nets, Davis drops down one, Ben drops down a couple. This Kessler Edwards guy is getting better. Cam, who I think is a really good player, is an 80. TJ's dropping a little bit, but still pretty good for 31 years old. Dayron Sharp continues to get better. Obviously they're a much more well-rounded team, and I would expect they'll probably have a better record again. But neither one of these teams is competing for a championship. I just don't see it. So I'm going to sim through this whole thing and then get back and we'll take a look and see how we wrap this thing up. All right, so I stopped it right before the end of the season. The Lakers are again the worst team in basketball. It makes a little more sense now. They won 13 games. Their win percentage is down to 16% with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and a bunch of role players. One thing that I have noticed is that Minnesota is a juggernaut. I think that's a really good team. I'm very interested to see how the Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns experiment goes. In the simulation, in our last simulation, Karl Anthony Towns finished his career like 5th in all-time three-point shots made, which I thought was pretty amazing. And then if we look at the Nets, okay, they're much better. They're almost a 500 team. They got him a new point guard, but they got Cam, Ben, Kessler, and Davis starting. Warren, Dayron, Chris LeVert. They got a good bench. Jalen Smith, Joe Harris. If they had a better point guard, I think they would have made the play-in for sure. But neither one of these teams. The Spurs lost LeBron James, and they made the play-in. Kind of amazing to me. I want to look at stats real quick, but then, we're going to end this thing. We've seen everything that we needed to see. Durant's second fiddle right now to Kyrie, I guess. He's only scoring 23. Kyrie, I guess, is just saying, hey, I'm going to shoot the ball. Kevin, I may give it to you when I need to, but I'm going to take these shots. You just hang out over there. They did pick up Boban. So, when you got Boban, you got a chance, but they didn't have a chance. And then the Nets, they look something. Man, Anthony Davis is not rebounding at all. He's almost getting out-rebounded by this Kessler Edwards. But again, it's still just a really well-rounded team. Bunch of guys, 8, 9, 10 guys scoring in double figures. Just didn't work. It's all there is to it. So we'll sim through these last couple games. We'll see who wins the awards. Karl Anthony Towns wins his first MVP. 26 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks. Almost 50, 40, 90. He shot 85% from free throw. That's an amazing year from Cat. Luka Garza wins Rookie of the Year. Okay. Luka Garza at this point in time has been out of college for like 4 or 5 years. So I'm not sure how he was classified as a rookie. I thought he played a lot last year. Or was it the year before with Detroit? Oh, either way, the guy's averaging 17 and 7. So, and he's shooting 43% from 3. I didn't know Luka had it like that. but maybe he does. Bones Highland, who I'm very high on. I like that dude. Wins Sixth Man of the Year. And Giannis wins Defensive Player of the Year. You know, that's one thing about this sim. We haven't said much about Giannis and we haven't said much about Zion. And those are two guys that normally factor into pretty much every sim. Giannis didn't make first team with Nikola, Luka, and we haven't mentioned Luka either, winning MVP or anything like that. Kyrie made second team along with Zion, Trey, Jason Tatum, and Joel Embiid. Halliburton's good, man, at 88. He's got 52 badges. He's got more badges than LaMelo, but LaMelo's a higher overall. Chet Holmgren's a stud. That Jeremy Sohan is up to an 88 with 26 badges. Okay. All right. So we'll sim through the playoffs, but I think it's easy to see. Now, this is 2K, but in my experience, Scotty Barnes wins Finals MVP. I think this guy is just going to continue to get better and better. I think he's going to be dominant in a lot of ways, especially on the defensive end. But I think, normally 2K, when you got 2 or 3 really, really good guys, you're getting a 1 seed. You're going to go deep in the playoffs, if not run through it all the way. And so that's kind of why I just figured that if the Lakers had arguably 2 of the best players in the league, I mean, you got to throw Giannis in there too, but LeBron and KD, 2 of the best, right? Kyrie, great point guard. Who's beating them? And, to not get in the playoffs for 3 years, wow, that's a big L. You traded away two first-round picks. But then I look at Brooklyn, and I'm thinking they would never make that trade in real life. I just don't see that ever happening. There might be some type of Kyrie for Westbrook trade. I could see that with some draft picks moving over to Brooklyn. I can't see AD being involved. I get it. At some point, the Nets may say, well, we've got to get rid of both of these guys. But they've already passed up some what's appeared to have been halfway decent packages for Durant. The problem is the Rudy Gobert trade. The haul that Utah got for Rudy Gobert, who can give more than that for Kevin Durant? I'm still kind of shocked that they gave up that much, but hey, if you win a championship, then all is forgiven. But that's it for this video. Appreciate you making it to the end. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Got a lot coming up. Got some good ideas to throw at you, and I'm really trying to be prolific as far as uploading videos, and then things are going to get real interesting. I think when 23 comes out, I'm so interested to learn, what some of the new mechanics are, how everything works, the builder, the gameplay. I'm just hoping that it's going to be much more balanced. And, like I said in my first video, if you want to see an old head try to get in there and mix it up with the young guys, subscribe. I'm going to be posting gameplay. You can hear me, getting on people and trying to be the coach. And, I try not to say too many old head things, but I know that I do because I'm getting up there. But appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.